And it'll be Andy Murray serving to start this match. Wow, where did that come from?
He just unloaded. You know, just a routine backhand down the middle of the court, and Robin Haase just unloaded with the forehand.
It's like getting your shot blocked in basketball.
You know, when a guy on a first point like that unloads, you know what that tells me? He knows his opponent, Andy Murray, is one of those guys who typically starts a little slow.
Yeah.
Let me help that along. Let's see if I can just take a cut at one of these first few points, get up, get a break point, get a break of serve early.
Murray said that he was nervous before the DeVarma match. And when a reporter asked him, well, why were you nervous? You've been to 3 Grand Slam finals this first round. He said, well, try being a British player going into a Grand Slam. He said, it's not easy. And then he laughed, said, there's some pressure there every time I step on the court, especially the first round when I'm supposed to win.
And Sam, I'll tell you, any player in this draw who says that they don't get nervous when they're walking out there, they're not telling you the truth.
He even said that.
I mean, everyone feels nerves, but I've always said there's 2 kinds of nerves. There's the nerves where you're so scared to even walk out there. Maybe you're a young guy and you've never been on the court before and you're just scared of the occasion. And then there's the nerves where you can feel it in your gut, but you're excited to get out there. Ace number 1 for Murray.
Does that affect your performance? Even when you're nervous and excited to get out there? I mean, does that hold you back at all?
I'll answer right after this point.
Sure.
I think there are times when it's that scared nervousness, you're just trying to get into the match and get a game under your belt and just take in the whole experience of a big court just to get a level of comfort. But the moment you get to the point where you don't have this excited nervousness walking out there, maybe it's time to get off the tour. I mean, because that's actually a great feeling in your gut when you can't wait to get out there. You're excited to get out on the court.
Big forehand from Haase sets that up.
And that's the kind of tennis I think we're going to see from both of these players throughout this match. Without question, Haase is going to look to move to his left, run around the backhand, hit the forehand. We're going to see Murray trying to employ the same tactic as well.
Break point here for Haase. Erased by an ace.
A clean ace, and if you could notice, Haase just had a quick little movement to his right, thinking Murray was going up the tee, And once you make that move to your right, no way you're going to make the adjustment and go back to your left.
I think that's been one of the big improvements in Murray's game. He's able to get free points off his serve now that he used to not be able to.
Well, the reality is in men's tennis, that is critical. To perform at this level, to win majors, be in the finals of majors, even deep into the second week of a major, you know, the men are going to have to get free points on their serves. It makes it so much easier on yourself.
You know, Murray holds 3 aces, but he fights off a break point and gets through it. You know, one of the criticisms of Murray, especially in the British press, has been not so much where his ranking is, but how he's handled his nerves for the Grand Slam finals. You were in a Grand Slam final. I mean, can you give us any idea what it's like before you walk out on the court or when you walk out in a Grand Slam final?
I think part of you, you're sitting here saying, okay, this is what I have dreamed of. This is what I've worked for your entire life. And in the moment or in the career of a tennis player, it does not get any bigger than a Grand Slam final. And he's been in 3 of them. And there is a huge desire to perform well. And oftentimes, you know, take the Super Bowl. There's so much hype towards the Super Bowl, but how many times in a Super Bowl do we always get that blowout?
Yeah.
You know, one team just doesn't perform as well as you expected them. And that's kind of been the way it's been for Murray. It's a big backhand, way to take it early, moving through the court.
As an athlete, is there a way to are you preparing once you get to that Grand Slam final differently than you did for even your semifinal?
I don't think you can, because you have to prepare the way you know how to prepare. You've won 6 matches to get to that point, preparing a certain way. You don't change just because you're in the final.
40 love here for Haase. Excellent service game for him. Quick one. And a love hold. And the reason I asked you that, Mal, is because with Murray, in his 3 Grand Slam finals, there's been a noticeable drop-off in his level of play once he gets to that final stage.
And I think once he gets back to a Grand Slam final, and I think it's just a matter of time before he does, and he gets that first set under his belt. 3 Grand Slam finals, he hasn't won a set, and he knows it. And that'll be in his head a little bit when he walks out there. Once he gets that first set under his belt, take a deep breath, and you just keep going. I think Roger Federer said it best when he beat him in the 2010 Aussie Open final. In his acceptance speech, he says, "Andy, don't worry, you're going to have your chance. You're too good of a player not to win a major." I believe that.
It's been a great Grand Slam season for Murray this year. Runner-up in Australia, semis at the French and Wimbledon. Air of aggression from Murray. Well, he's probably disappointed at missing that shot, but I feel like that's probably the kind of point he's going to have to play against Haase. Now Haase's given him a lot of room returning that serve. It was way behind the baseline there. And that's 4 aces now for Murray.
And if he's going to stand that far back, especially on the deuce court, don't be surprised if Murray slides it out wide. Murray doing a good job playing a little bit of defense there, but that's what we're going to see from Robin Haase. You see that backhand there, and this is the forehand. Well, I thought that was the the approach shot. He gets off the ground on that back, and it's this forehand right here that he nets, but we're going to have to see him take that ball a little bit earlier, recognize that it's a short ball. As Murray hits another ace.
Boy, Murray is serving extremely well right now. 5 aces in 2 service games. On serve 1-2. Haase held it love in his first service game. Here's his second. And a lot of fans streaming in here after the Isner-Ginepri match, getting back to their seats. There's a long line to get into this court. I walked down here a little while ago. Tons of people waiting to get in. Armstrong's first come, first serve, so only a certain number of people can come in at a time. There's no reserved seats. One of the big changes in Haase, I know he still looks very thin, but believe it or not, from when I saw him a year ago, he's actually gotten physically stronger. He was very skinny a year ago. He tried to beef up a little bit.
Pretty good disguise right there from Andy Murray. Not real good execution on the actual shot, giving Haase a chance to come up. When you can run up and hit a topspin backhand on a drop shot, you know it was a poor drop shot. But you mentioned Haase bulking up a little bit. That's very typical from players in the first few years of their career. When they get out there, they start doing more training, more weight training, get a little bit bigger.
And Haase took a little bit different path than Andy Murray. Andy Murray went off to Spain from Scotland to fine-tune his game. Haase actually stayed in school in the Netherlands until he was 18 years old. And then, even though he was playing at a high level, dedicated his life to it full time after he had turned 18.
Way to step up on that backhand.
Both these guys are ripping. We've seen 12 winners already in 4 games, 6 for each man. As you can see, both these guys are very comfortable facing each other. Reminder to go to usopen.org for all of your US Open information, live scoring, player information, merchandise, stats. And it's Murray to serve now at 2-all.
You know, Sam, one of the things I always look for when I'm watching, a couple of players like Andy and Robin is where are they standing in relation to the baseline when the point is going? And early in that first game, we saw Robin Haase pretty far back behind the baseline, but on that last point in the last game, we saw him step up on the baseline and hit that backhand winner. And I like to see guys, really cut off the angles, see the short ball early, and take advantage of it. I mean, this is obvious. This is a short ball. I mean, you have to run in and take it early. But there are times when, you have the opportunity to turn a mid-court ball into a short ball by where your position is.
We saw him do that in the first point of the match when he stepped up and crushed that forehand.
With that forehand, that's right.
30-15. handcuffed. Now 30 all.
Again, Haase jumping on early, jumping on that second serve return. Right back down the middle. Didn't even try to hit it out at the angles at all.
Bad miss there for Murray. Had a lot of options with that shot, and now Murray's facing break point for a second time. Faced a break point in his first service game and got through it.
Big serve right there.
132, and it was out wide.
That's his biggest of the match.
What's on the line? What's on the line? What's on the line? It's not that one. Yes. And I said, it's not that one.
I see going after Carlos Bernardes over the serve. Carlos Bernardes saying it was on the line. Bernardes is one of the veteran umpires out there. He travels the tour year-round. He's from Brazil.
You know, I think that's a little funny from Haase, because if he felt confident the ball was out, he could have challenged it.
Yeah, right.
You know, but sometimes in the tension of the match, you know, it releases a little tension, get a little argument going with the chair umpire. But with the double fault there from Murray, he faces another break point.
Yeah, that was a gift after Haase was upset.
Wow, look at that.
He's played very strong when he gets down break point so far.
Watch the footwork right here from Murray. Sets his feet and he's moving forward after he hits it. There's some times where he gets the mid-court ball and he doesn't move forward. He decides he wants to stay back and keep that point going. I love it when he's moving forward. He has the ability to do that so much more often than he does.
I feel like that's the next transformation for Andy Murray to make, that getting from the baseline forward.
Moving forward would just add, I think, another important element to his game and just make him a better player. We know from the ground, from the backcourt, he's a great player.
Another ace from Murray. He hasn't gone through a service game without one yet. And again, he stays on serve 2-3. Another beautiful day here in New York. Andy Murray and Robin Haase battling it out here in Armstrong. Third match of the day. On serve 2-3. Haase, though, has had some chances to break Murray, but he has not converted. While on the other side, he's held serve very easily so far. He's only dropped 1 point in his 2 service games. So he spent a lot of time continuing his discussion with Carlos Bernardes on that changeover. What do you think the relationship is like these days with umpires and players? Because the umpires travel the tour with the players.
The relationship is strictly on court. There's no relationship off of the court, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it's required to be. It's an on-court relationship, but very respectful. They recognize the short ball and quickly move up to it. A little surprise tactic there from Haase. Not very good execution, though. But I think the players, Sam, recognize that these umpires, these are the best in the world. And just like they have unforced errors, the players do.
At the right baseline, the ball is
Test the linesman here.
But just like players can make mistakes, there will be times lines people and chair umpires will make mistakes. But with the chase review that we have here at the Open, it takes out some of that human error.
Haase stopped this point, and that's why it was out. So he'll win the point, and he wins the challenge off the chase review.
But I will tell you, whatever baselines person that was who missed that last call, if there's a lines person who misses one or two calls, a player will lose confidence very quickly in that individual.
Right. Another big shot from Haase. He's cruising through his service games. 3 games apiece. Haase has been slowed down by a knee injury. And he's finally got that healthy, and his game's responding, his rankings responding. He was the ATP Comeback Player of the Year last year after he climbed from 447 in the world to 65 after recovering from that knee operation. He's had 2 knee surgeries. Murray's going to the chase review. Called out. Murray's hoping it's in. Nope.
Clearly out.
We saw him make some bad challenges the other day against Devarman, too.
Look where Haase was when he hit that return. And we've seen him step in on the backhand. He starts out behind the baseline. By the time Murray hits the serve, he's inside the baseline, and he moves even further. He's a good 4 feet inside the baseline by the time he finishes that backhand.
Haase's had 3 break points in this set. Murray saved them all.
Very dangerous time for Murray right here. He's been in trouble on his serve a fair bit. And each time he's usually coming up with a big first serve. Let's see if Haase tries to step in again.
A double fault's going to give Haase triple break point. Didn't see that coming.
Nope. The second double fault.
Murray's gotten very aggressive when he's been down break point earlier in the set.
He's hit 6 aces so far. This is where he needs one badly.
Yeah, he still hasn't hit one in this game. He's had at least one in each prior service game. That's only the 3rd second serve point Murray's won. Haase's been ripping those second serves.
And I'm wondering in this particular game how much the sun is impacting Murray on his serve. You know, based on where his shadow is, that gives you an indication of where the sun is. So when he tosses the ball up, he's The sun's going to be right in his face.
Yeah, it'd be better to be left-handed over there.
And another missed first serve.
Very fortunate there. He left that short.
And Haase is kicking himself right now because he's sitting here saying, I've triple break point. I've looked at 2 second serves and have not gotten the ball back in the court. Now this is where Murray has to make him pay. Haase just gave him 2 points. This is where you need to get your first serve in and earn a point.
Well, he missed the first serve, but he still won the point. And Haase sees the love 40 lead evaporate.
And he can't do anything but shake his head. Another forehand off of the frame. I don't believe Murray's gotten a first serve in this game.
No. First serve percentage is plummeting. Was very high. Murray loves that drop shot. That time finds the net with it and gives Haase another chance to break.
I don't know if I like this play here. He was in control of this point. He had Haase moving around the court. He was well behind the baseline. Yeah, that's when you want to hit a drop shot, but when he's behind the baseline. But I just thought he had such control of the point. Keep pounding away at the ground strokes. That's how you move forward through a forehand.
Haase gets the break. Another huge forehand to win the game. And he moves ahead 4-3 here in the opening set. Haase up a break here in the opening set. He had a lot of chances. In fact, Murray had only gone 1 service game without facing break point before Haase finally made him pay in that last game. Now let's see if the big Dutchman can hang on here and hold 2 more times. Haase was downplaying his win against Murray in Rotterdam a couple of years ago, but you can definitely see how he has the game to do it.
I'm not sure what Murray was gesturing to there.
Either Haase served before he was ready, or there's some movement back there. .40 love. I mean, Haase's just been putting on a serving clinic. Murray hasn't come close to break point on Haase's serve. It's only the third point this set Haase's lost on serve. He's never beaten a top 4 player. It's the 5th chance he's had. Nothing's going Murray's way right now. He's very frustrated, and Haase's within a game of finishing this opening set.
Way to consolidate the break. Just very efficient on his own serve. Tremendous right now from Haase. 78%. First serves 1 for Murray. Those 6 aces. A couple double faults hurt him.
Second serve's been killing him.
That's the statistic to pay attention to there.
It's 5 of 15 on second serve points. See if Murray gets a lot more aggressive here.
You know, that forehand there, that approach shot, he was forced in because the ball was so short. Sometimes I want to see him force the issue and come on in. Yep, Murray knew it.
Yep.
And Haase is a little disappointed at that because it was a very good return just off of the baseline. And he had a short forehand ready to pounce.
And again, Murray's going to challenge this one, but I thought it was basically the same shot. Murray's already lost one chase review. Here comes another. Ball right at his feet.
But to me, that ball on the line, to me it just didn't even look like Murray had gotten out of his serve.
It was right back on him.
It was a good return, but nice to see better footwork out of Murray on that point. This is an important game for him. He's won just 3 points from losing the set.
Well, Murray started slowly against Devarman, but he could afford to. Didn't cost him the set. Doesn't have that same luxury with Haase. 15-30, now 2 points from dropping the set.
And again, just looking a little flat-footed, the return coming right down the middle of the court. Way to swing it out wide. You know, when your opponent is standing deep, especially on the deuce side for a right-hander, your opponent's standing deep, they're susceptible to that slice serve out wide.
Keeps him away from set point. Game point instead. And another ace if it stands. Haase's going to challenge this. So let's hang on just a second and make sure that was an ace.
Just look at the mark and come immediately. Yeah, if it's quickly, if it's not,
Definitely an ace. So Murray stays in the set. His 8th ace of this opening set, but he's still down a break. Haase's going to serve for it at 5-4. Haase's been cruising through his service games. If he can cruise through this one, he'll be up a set.
This is where Haase wants to get some good rhythm, especially on this first serve. Get a lot of serves in this game. Makes things so much easier on himself, and both players are now waiting for a few folks to take a seat.
Yeah, you can see him climbing the stairs there. See if Haase has the confidence to close this out. Does have that win under his belt against Murray, 5-3. There's his serve profile. He's hardly dropped any points. Hasn't really had to hit a lot of second serves. 6 of 9. Couldn't tell if it was in or out.
I'm assuming that ball was out.
Yeah, above 30, it was just over the baseline. Yeah.
Because Murray looked like he was there and at least could have gotten a racket on it, and then he pulled up once he saw it was out.
So Murray trying to put himself in position to break here.
There's your approach. Right on the line.
It's called good, and Haase's walking over to take a look at it. Murray shoots him a glance, but no challenge made, and Murray trying to break here to stay in the set. He's going to have 3 chances if he needs them.
In the middle of that point, I said, there's your approach. I thought for
Right.
sure Haase was going to take that ball and come in. That ball right there.
He did follow it in that time.
Especially after a serve, you're a good 2 feet inside the baseline with a forehand, chest high. That's got to be your approach, in my opinion, 99% of the time.
Still more work to do for Haase if he wants to end the set in this game. 15-40. Haase only has 1 ace in this set.
See if Murray tries to take it early. Yep.
So Murray breaks, and the set will continue. Andy Murray, he just, to me, has a knack for winning.
And you know what, Sam, what did we see there? How efficiently was Robin Haase serving in his first several service games? That game, a single first serve in.
Yeah.
That was the difference.
He had only dropped 3 points on his serve coming into that last game.
Nerves set in, you miss a few first serves, you don't get the free points like you had been getting. That's a big difference.
Yes! Murray runs it down.
What a great point from both guys. Another drop shot, he runs it down. This is the one I thought he might have done a little bit more with. That volley there should have been a winner.
Oh, Murray, 15 love. We talked about how solid he is from the baseline, but you can see when he comes forward how much that adds to his game. To me, the beauty of Andy Murray that I like to watch as a fan is his anticipatory skills. He always just seems to know where to be on the court. Seems to read the game really well.
And that also, it helps when you have his quickness and you have his reach, because you can compensate sometimes. And it looks like you're there when you're supposed to be there. And he's running down those drop shots. Very speedy around the court for a guy his size.
Now 40 love quickly. Was there a guy, Mal, that you played against that you just felt like he always knew where you were going to hit? Like
Michael Chang.
Okay.
He was one of those guys. He had such great anticipation. As we take another look at this easy forehand from Murray, but he decides to go right down the middle of the court. But Chang was one of those guys, he was so quick, he makes you, just his quickness produced errors out of you.
Murray holds. So Andy Murray has come from a breakdown, and now the pressure goes to Haase at 5-6.
And now Haase is going to have to regroup and hold serve just to stay in this set.
Well, I think it had to be a big boost to Andy Murray mentally because Haase had been playing so confidently prior to serving for the set. And then you really see what a guy's made of. And he did not manage that game well when he had the chance to put Murray away. And now Murray trying to close this set out by breaking. Love to have that again.
Yes, he would. He likes that shot. He likes to stand behind the baseline on those second serve returns, and then he takes a big step in to try to take it early. That one got away from him.
Haase's hit some big shots here trying to protect his serve. He's at 40 love. Point to force a tie break.
Haase going for a big second serve there, gambling a little bit, but he had the luxury.
It's only his first double fault.
Oh, 2 double faults in a row at game points?
What is this saying about Haase right now?
He was so strong on his serve early on until he lost the break. He lost his own serve, missing every single first serve. And now 2 double faults in a row.
Still game point.
You know, how much of that is the sun? Tosses the ball. He's looking right into the sun.
Oh, no! You got to be kidding me.
All I can say is, wow. Something has happened in the literally last minute. You have a short forehand after hitting that big forehand, and that's what you produce?
And, I mean, we've seen him hit the cover off the ball in this set.
2 double faults in that?
40 love now deuce. That's more like it.
Get rid of the drop shot. Neither one of these guys have won the point when they've tried that drop shot in this match. Hit that shot, and you'd be out of this game.
Back to game point for Haase for the tie break. And Murray lets him off the hook. A tie break will decide this opening set. We've traded service breaks here in the first set between these two. And just the way things have gone here, Mal, the last few minutes, feels to me like this tie break's going to be a little bit more important to Haase than to Murray. because Haase's had chances to put this set to rest.
And that will wear on his mind if Murray wins this first set. Haase will be kicking himself. You know, we've talked about how oftentimes we've seen Murray a bit of a slow starter. And he did go down the break midway through this first set. That served there 130 miles an hour. So if you can get out with that first set lead against Murray, you're helping yourself out so much. Murray, a solid, really good front runner.
Yeah, Murray was broken at 3-all, and then he didn't get the break back until Haase failed to close the set out at 5-4. Jumps up 2-0 in this tiebreak. Such a fine margin of error when you play a top player. Just don't have the luxury of throwing in these loose games and points.
Haase there playing forehand tennis, trying to take advantage, and just missing wide.
And it is getting away from Haase here. 3-0 Murray.
Thank you. Balls, please.
And from Murray's standpoint, this is where you just lock in. You focus here, you try to get 2 good first serves. See if you can get a free point.
Double fall from Murray. Free point over to Haase. Murray's had 3 double faults here, but he's trying to serve aggressively. 9 aces.
Not quite what I was expecting when I said he needs to lock in here with a first serve. I was not expecting a double fault.
It's exactly opposite. Ball clipping the net cord, just threw Haase off enough that he missed the shot. And Murray continues to surge ahead 4-1.
It's going to be tough right here for Haase to regroup. See Murray holding his racket up, apologizing for that net cord.
The change ends with Murray up 4-2. No real room for error here for Haase. He's got to come back in a hurry. In Armstrong Stadium, 3rd match of the day on this court. It's just past 4:20 in the afternoon here in New York on a Friday, start of a holiday weekend here in the United States. Murray trying to reach the 3rd round here for the 6th straight year in his 7th U.S. Open. Well, Murray is certainly not helping his cause. He's still got a mini break lead here.
Yeah, but both of these guys not playing a real clean tiebreak.
No.
That missed forehand, some double faults. You would think you get down towards the end of a set. That's where you want to play your best, but it hasn't happened in the tiebreak yet.
Murray had a 4-1 lead in this tiebreak. He's lost the last 2 points. Make it 3 in a row, and we're back on serve. 4-all.
It's interesting, the ebbs and flows in this match. Haase goes up the break, and I'm thinking he's going to run away with the set. Murray gets it back, goes up big in the tiebreak, and then I'm thinking he's going to run away with it.
Yeah. Murray has got to make first serves. He's dropped 4 straight points, and now Haase can actually serve out the tiebreak.
That ball just an inch or so beyond the baseline.
It looked like Murray was going to run away with this tiebreak the way the first 5 points went.
Again, the mid-court forehand.
And Haase has got a couple of set points here.
He had the shot he wanted. He knew what he wanted to hit. Now for the first time, a couple of set points.
Let's see how Haase handles this. Remember, he couldn't close the set out at 5-4 when he was serving. And Murray gets a lot of luck.
2 net cords in this tiebreak that have gone his way.
Haase, though, still a set point.
And that was a good first serve out wide.
Yeah, it really was. And poor Robin Haase. Let's see if it comes back to bite him even further. Still set point for Haase here. But it's on Murray's serve. Second serve has killed Andy Murray in this set. Just 30% he's been able to win off this second serve.
Does he move in?
Haase wins the set in a tiebreak. Comes from 4-1 down in the tiebreak to take Murray out.
7 games to 6.
He couldn't close it out when he was up 5-4, but he does close it out in the tiebreak with a lot of help from Andy Murray. Second set underway. And maybe a little carryover effect from that tiebreak for Murray. That's got to be tough to get over. Even if you're Andy Murray and number 4 in the world. Haase's now won 3 straight sets over Andy Murray. Beat him in straight sets in that Rotterdam match. And they both discounted that win Haase had in Rotterdam.
Right.
Both of them. But you can see there's something about Haase that obviously bothers Andy Murray.
Yeah, but regardless of what condition Murray was in that win by Haase, a win is a win, and you'll take it any way you can get it. And that will help Haase today because he knows he's beaten him before, and you try to do it again. Not very good execution on the drop volley from Murray. Oh, that was a great view right there with Haase as soon as he hit his passing shot, moving forward, expecting the drop volley.
Now Haase gaining momentum by winning that tiebreak. And an impressive hold to start the second set. Did you see anything, though, tactically in this first set that Haase was doing to bother Murray, or do you think Murray's lack of success was his own fault?
Well, I think one thing I saw, especially when Haase broke serve, was how he was attacking the Murray second serve. As we take a look at the first set summary, 9 aces in that first set from Murray, threw in 3 double faults, a lot of winners, and I like both of the winners and unforced errors ratio. Each got the 1 break of serve, but really what it came down to, a couple of statistics as you're pointing out, 29% second serves won by Andy Murray. That shows you how important it is for him to get the first serve in. But I want to continue to see Haase attacking second serves like he did the single time he broke the Murray serve. But ultimately, regardless of what happens throughout the course of the set, when you have the opportunity to put it away, you got to close it out.
Yeah.
Haase had it serving for it at 5-4. Murray had it 4-1 in the tiebreak. They both have an opportunity to close it, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, Haase has just been teeing off on some of these second serves.
Look where he is right now. He's moving. He's, a good 8 feet outside that double sideline. He knew what he wanted to do, but that kick serve kicked further than he thought it was, and he kept going. Made the adjustment, realized, okay, this has got to be a winner. The point's lost.
It's only 80 miles an hour from Murray.
See, sometimes you can run around a second serve like that, and you're just trying to put pressure on your opponent. That one, he was going for the clean winner. He had no choice.
And now double fault from Murray. He is all out of sorts right now as Haase has triple break point in Murray's first service game of the set. And Murray continues to be his own worst enemy here.
In a bit of a lazy game. Boy.
So Haase gets the break early in this set. He broke Murray at 3-all in the first. The only thing that concerns me about this now is the fact that when Haase served for that set at 5-4, he couldn't close it out. What's he going to be like serving for the match?
Right. I say it all the time. Toughest 2 games in a match is when you're serving for the set and when you're serving for the match.
Maybe a long way from that. But if Murray keeps playing like this, you don't really have to do too much, Haase.
But oftentimes you look at a matchup, against a top player and a player who's a little further down the rankings. And I was going to say, look at a player a little further down the rankings, and you wonder if they have what it takes, the guts, to close out a match, and you doubt it. I don't necessarily doubt it with Robin Haase. I feel like if he gets in that position to close out the match, I think he can do it.
Well, he's having the best year of his career. So he comes into this U.S. Open feeling better about his game than he's ever felt before. He's playing a guy, even though he's 4 in the world, he's known since he was a kid.
And some of that is because of what I saw last week in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I got a real good look at him and saw him play really for the first time, where I could just analyze his game and see what he's good at. What are his assets? What are his liabilities? And I was impressed with what I saw.
Well, he's now having trouble following up that break. Unforced errors from Haase, 15-40. Oh! Haase very fortunate there.
I could not agree more. That is not a play I'd really recommend at 15-40, but he has the guts to do it, especially as big as his forehand is. What a job for Murray to just run it down, and he couldn't get that last one there.
Haase hangs on, saves the break point, but he's got one more to face here. Again, donating the point with the error.
And we've seen him catch the tape a few times on that forehand side when he's running around it to really take a big cut at it, go for the winner. Just needs to increase the height over the net a little bit, increase his target point.
Now Haase back to game point. Murray has failed to take advantage of his opportunities in this match just as much as Haase has. So Haase hangs on. He was down 15-40 and guts out the hold. He's up 3-love here in the second, already up a set. But we've got a shocker happening right here. Andy Murray trailing by a set and a break to Robin Haase.
Thank you. Final six, quickly please. Thank you.
Wow.
He's made one first serve in this set.
But that forehand right there, that's his money shot. And that is his bread and butter. And he keeps hitting that ball in the net. Nice.
Better.
Yeah, but on that short forehand, I mean, when you're feeling good, you can be a little more precise. A little lower to the net, closer to the sidelines, whatever. But when you're not hitting it good, you have to give yourself a little more margin of error. Maybe even take a little bit more pace off of it just till you get your rhythm back.
That's the first ace from Murray in a long time. He had 9 pretty quickly in the first set, and his serve went away from it. Murray's now, say, 2 frustrating matches. I don't think the DeVarman match was a great match for him either. Difference here is he's actually trailing.
Oh.
Double fault. He's now up to 5 for the match. He's already had 2 here in this set.
Missed forehand in the net. Lazy feet on the backhand miss. And now a double fault to go set and 4-0 down.
And he saves a break point. Haase is 2 of 9 on break points. So Murray's given him a lot of chances. This was trying to hit it through Murray.
So those last 2 forehands from Murray, he's given himself a little more margin of error because that ball is hitting deeper in the court, so you know he's getting a little more height on the ball, making sure it stays out of the net.
And Murray hangs on, so he avoids being down 4-love. He was a point away from facing that, and he picks up his first game and remains just 1 break back. And a reminder to go to usopen.org. You can follow this match as well as all the others taking place today. Maria Sharapova upset today on this day of action. You can see highlights from that as well as buy merchandise. usopen.org.
Nice. I mean, both of these guys have that 1-2 punch all day. Good first serve out wide. It's going to cause a weak reply, but you have to be ready to jump on the second ball.
You know, we saw DeVarman play Murray, and DeVarman's just kind of a thorn in his side. He got a lot of balls back, but he didn't have a shot he could really hurt Murray with. Eventually, Murray overcame that. But you can see Haase's got weapons.
He has a weapon with the serve. He has a weapon with the forehand, and we've seen on second serve returns he can take his backhand early as well.
Yeah. I love that return of Murray. That short swing backhand.
What it does is he gets pretty good pace on it, but more importantly, he gets it deep, and oftentimes right down the middle of the court, and immediately puts you on the defense. So that's one way when your opponent is serving, how you can immediately take the offense in a point.
Always amazes me the depth he gets off that shot because he basically picks it right off his shoes almost. And now Haase feeling a little more pressure from Murray, 30-all. Murray had a chance to break in Haase's last service game, could not convert. And Haase trying not to give him that opportunity again.
Get in. Nice job. Nice return.
And with it, Murray gets to break point. Two chances in Haase's last service game, could not convert.
Oh, there you go.
Murray breaks back. And we're on serve here in the second. Murray has come from 3-love down. And now on serve at 2-3 into this changeover. See how he plays from here on out. Haase's been fine except when he gets a lead. Hasn't been able to protect that lead. Won the first set in the tiebreak after Murray collapsed from 4-1 up.
We've seen several times just that return of serve from both players getting back on the server so quick. Seems like they're just finishing their motion and the ball's coming back at them and they can't adjust.
They just look so familiar with each other. And Murray, another ace, now in double digits. The serve, though, keeps coming and going. Gets into a nice rhythm, then it seems to completely evaporate. And he finds it again.
Not a lot on that second serve return, but what I like about it is when you move in on a second serve return, you're telling your opponent, I'm going to attack you right now. And oftentimes your opponent will just get in a defensive position automatically because they think you're going to jump on the return.
Well, you know Haase's going for it. That's why Murray has struggled so much in that second serve category. %. He's won of his second serves for the match, only 13% in this set. And he dumps another shot in the net for break point. Every time you think Murray's got it figured out, comes up with another bad game.
And interestingly, that backhand there, it's a pretty routine backhand. I mean, that's right in his, right where he wants it. Chest high. Just a routine shot he dumps in the net.
Murray just finished breaking back in the last game and now is in danger of going down a break for a second time. Already down a set. Here comes another second serve, his big liability in this match.
See if Haase tries to run around, hit his big forehand again.
A double fault, he doesn't even have to hit a shot. Murray has just been broken for a second time in this set. And Haase now moves ahead 4-2. Well,
I mean, if I'm Haase right now, I hold up my racket and I say thank you.
But, he's been able to do that a few times in this match, and he doesn't ever seem to play well with the lead.
Yep.
Let's just hope that Haase's learned from his mistakes. Every time he's gotten a lead, he's found a way to lose it.
And those short little steps, and then he follows it into the net. I love it. I love to see a player do that.
You know, he's stuck with that the entire match, man. He's never backed off. He's never gotten tentative.
Better.
Do you think it helps that he's known Andy since they were 12 years old? Does that apply at all, even as an adult? I mean, they've only played one tour match together, but they're obviously so familiar with each other personally.
Well, I think there's a certain comfort level that you'll have with that opponent if you've known them and played them. So I think really that would help Haase a little bit.
He's not played scared at all. He's just made some errors at inopportune times.
But now it's a race to the finish line here in this second.
Yeah. And a big serve from Haase, yes. He's up 5-2 now, 1 game away from a 2-sets-to-love lead against the 4th seed.
But what a position this is for Robin Haase. He's never been in this position before. And a point away from the 2-set-to-love lead against the number 4 player in the world at the US Open.
Guy who's been to the finals here. He's had a great Grand Slam season. Murray, runner-up at the Australian, semi-finalist at the French and Wimbledon. Always a lot of expectations on Murray's shoulders, and he acknowledged that in his press conference after Devarman when he said, try being a British player going into a Grand Slam. I mean, Tim Henman and Andy Murray have kept a lot of journalists employed in the UK.
Yep.
Just their success. These people follow them around all over the world.
And they've performed admirably under all of that pressure. But they have not been able to get over that last hump, that Grand Slam hump. I mean, Tim Henman probably, in my opinion, the best player maybe in the last 15 years or so not to have won a major, especially Wimbledon. I mean, he's won more matches at Wimbledon than anyone not to have won it.
Yeah.
Had so much success at Wimbledon under all of that pressure. You know what he told me once? He said, when I'm at Wimbledon, I feel like I'm at home. I'm just playing in my backyard. That's how comfortable Tim Henman felt.
Especially with all the pressure on him there.
Oh!
Whoa! I see another one of those huge forehands.
That was like the first point of the match. Now this forehand here from Andy Murray, he rips it, and he just rips it back. I mean, Andy Murray didn't even get out of his stance and the ball was back on it.
All 7 of Haase's winners have been forehands here in this set.
Another second serve. Small opportunity here for Haase.
Yes, and Haase with set point.
Maybe he's thinking, you know what? I don't want to have to serve for this set. I don't want to have to serve for it like I did in the first set. Let's step up my game and break him.
Robin Haase is up 2-sets-to-love against Andy Murray, the number 4 seed. This would be the biggest shocker on the men's side by far, and it's a set away from giving us that. So here we go into the 3rd set. Robin Haase up 2-sets-to-love. Andy Murray has come from 2-sets-to-love down 5 times in his career. Most recently at the French Open this year in the round of 16 against Viktor Troicki. Did it here at the US Open in 2008 against Jürgen Melzer.
But I really don't want to see, from a mental standpoint, I don't want to see Andy Murray go away here. That's what happened last year.
Are you worried about that? You think he might?
Well, whenever I see him kind of moping around, I always think that. I know, because I've seen him come back from 2 sets. He's 4 in the world. I know he has the ability to dig deep. But oftentimes, nothing about his body language says mentally he's in it.
Oh, well, at least it was an air of aggression. Haase was ripping that forehand.
He was definitely getting some aggression or something out on that one.
What was that?
That is one shot. Short of Andy Murray being down on the ground because he fell, I would abandon that shot. Hit a couple of really ugly drop shot attempts in this match.
But Murray doesn't capitalize. 30 all. Still, though, chance for Murray to see a break point. Work here for Haase. He's not out of trouble yet.
Nice serve. Nice. And that is the advantage of a big serve. Oftentimes in the pressure zone, you just lean back, open up those shoulders, and come out with it.
Haase just 1 ace in this match, but he moves that serve around so effectively. And now double fault. It's only his 2nd of the match.
Yeah, and that 1 ace just surprises me. Because he can get good pace on his fastest serve, 125 in the match, but only a single ace.
Haase, wise to let it go in hindsight. That was close. I almost feel like looking at Haase right now, he's just maybe got too much adrenaline coming into this game. He's made a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes, but if he can get through this game, and he's settling down on the task at hand, I mean, this would be a huge upset, biggest upset in the men's draw so far if it happens. And Haase holds. So Haase takes care of the opening game of the 3rd set, could be the final set if he wins it. In this quarter of the draw, this was Robin Soderling's quarter at the top half, Murray the top seed at the bottom half. And you still have Isner and Del Potro around. But let's look back at these 2nd set stats. There were fewer winners in that set.
Look how Murray, his statistics have gone down. 43% first serves, 2 aces, 3 double faults. His winners have gone down. Unforced error has gone up. But give credit to Robin Haase. He is doing what he needs to do. I guess the question I have for him, or I'm going to be looking for, is this occasion, this round against the number 4 player in the world at the U.S. Open. How is he going to handle the rest of this match?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if the familiarity factor here helps him, as opposed to if there was another number 4 player in the world.
I think maybe what helps him even more is the fact that he has beaten him before.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it. It was Murray coming off another win, and he may not have been at his best. But little things like that make a difference mentally to a guy. Which is why I think it's so important from Murray's standpoint, he doesn't just mentally go away. Make this guy beat you. He hasn't been in this position before. Stay in there mentally and keep the pressure on him if you can.
Ace from Murray. Brings him up to 12 for the match. And more importantly, gets him to game point. Back to back. Finishes off the game, so we're even through 2 games here in the third set. Impressive service game from Murray, so he's definitely not gone away mentally. And we're really going to find out what Robin Haase's made of in this set. A career high 41 in the world.
Well, when I was playing on tour, one of the things I love to do, I love to look across the net to see my opponent getting frustrated. Yelling at himself, throwing his racket, talking to himself. I mean, that inspired me.
Yeah.
Because it just gave me the sense that, okay, I'm about to break this guy. If I could just keep it going.
I know you talk about wanting guys to lock in. I would think that that would definitely help you lock in a little easier.
Yep. Absolutely.
40 love.
It is for Haase here.
Well, Haase was trying to end that point one way or the other with a forehand.
I think that ball hit closer to the back wall than it did the baseline.
Still game point, though, for Haase.
14-15.
He went to the wrong side of the court.
You don't see that too often.
No. Carlos Bernardes had to tell him the score. Now it comes back on Haase's side of the net. So 40-30. He's up 40 love in this game. Haase needs that big first serve.
And he gets it. Oh, but how about the return from Andy Murray?
Again, that's just amazing. Haase was aware of that coming into this match. He talked about Murray's return.
That first serve, 119 miles an hour.
He admitted that serving big would not be enough against Murray because of his return. And there's a great answer. It's got to be more like a baseball pitcher when you're serving against a returner the quality of Murray. It's hard to keep them guessing, so they can respond to so much that you throw at them.
Oh, way to control the point with your forehand. With a backhand before that to set up the forehand. So this backhand right here keeps Haase on the run. He stays in the corner, waiting for the forehand.
Remember, Haase was up 40 love in this game.
And that's the kind of energy I want to hear and see from Andy Murray. You heard him say, come on, after that shot. He's won 4 consecutive points. And a little bit of light right here.
And Murray breaks from 40 love down. Andy Murray has begun the process of coming back from 2 sets to love down. He leads 2-1 with a break.
Haase leads by 2 sets to 1. Sit behind the players, please. The players are ready. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Haase's not going away mentally either. A great fight right now.
Got him on the run. Look at him getting completely off of the ground on that backhand. Oh, what a second serve.
Haase's going to challenge that serve. This was very close.
Yeah, he's away. He returned.
I think
So Murray's complaining that he hit the return before he challenged.
he hit the return went in the net, and then he challenged. And, ooh, look at that.
It's good, so it doesn't matter. 15 all. So Haase loses one of his 3 challenges. More importantly, loses the point. Well, I mean, he had a chance to be standing on top of the net there. He didn't come in.
Oh, my goodness.
Major story going on here in Armstrong is Andy Murray, the number 4 seed, down 2 sets to love to Robin Haase, a player he's known since he was 12 years old. Haase's playing here on a career-high ranking of 41 in the world. He beat Murray in Rotterdam in 2008, the only time they played. That's about the time Haase sustained a knee injury that's limited his ability. He's back to 100% right now and having a great year. Murray just broke in the last game, so he's leading now by a break for the first time in this match.
Oh. That is a play right there we've seen from Haase a fair bit in this match. Getting up in the air on that backhand return, taking it early and doing something with it before Murray can even get out of his serve. The ball is back on him.
The first serve today has been all over the place for Andy Murray. Yes, he served 13 aces, but his second serve has been a huge liability. He's only won 22% of his second serve points. And gets away with that one for the game. And the first display of negative emotion from Haase, aggravated with himself. Reminder to go to usopen.org. You can follow this match as well as all the other some major upsets today at the U.S. Open. You can check those out, buy merchandise as well at usopen.org. This would be the biggest shocker on the men's side. Andy Murray, the highest seed in his section of the draw. He was in the Soderling side of the draw. You still have guys like Del Potro and Isner still alive, though. But for Haase, this would be a career win, his 5th chance at beating a top 4 player. He's never done it.
Now, Haase serving with new balls. You saw Murray go over and get a freshly strung racket.
Well, it's the first time Haase's been down a break in this match. Now, do you think he's lost his way a little bit mentally?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say, but I'll say it's these last couple of games has been more about what Murray's been able to do. You know, from Haase serving at 40 love.
Yeah.
And that's the game that Murray came back and broke serve.
We've seen a lot of that today. Haase forehand winners.
And what we've seen a few times today is good shots coming from Murray, where Murray just unloads, and all of a sudden, Haase's just able to unload even bigger.
Yeah, he's been on Murray's ball all day. And Murray has definitely given Haase a lot of help. Murray was up 4-1 in the first set tiebreak, lost it, and then broke back in the second set, got rebroken before collapsing. Murray's committed 36 unforced errors. And those net cords keep going against Haase. Does that get under your skin, Mal, when you get 3 or 4 go against you like that?
Well, I've always felt like things like that even out over the course of a 2-3 hour match.
So you're a glass half full kind of guy.
Well, something like that. But some are going to go your way. Some are going to go against your way. But I will tell you, whenever a net cord winner for my opponent, I didn't want them to hold up their hand and say they're sorry, because I knew they weren't.
Yeah, of course.
If you're really sorry, how about we play a let?
Yeah, let's play a let. But I can't think of one that Haase's gotten that's hit the net that's gone over on the other side of the court. Haase just trying to keep pace with Murray and hope to be able to break back. Haase up 2 sets to love against the number 4 seed Andy Murray. Murray takes the opening point here at 3-2. ATP did a fun thing with the players where they said, what's the player you'd most want to be and the most player you'd most not want to be? And Andy Murray was the player all the others said was who they would not want to be because of the pressure he faces being from Great Britain.
And who did they most want to be? Do you have that answer?
It was Roger Federer.
Well.
Can you blame him?
No.
What a charmed life.
Great game, 16 majors, your own logo.
Makes it look effortless. Oh, Murray thinking about a challenge here.
Okay, yeah, you can. You're serving, you know the leg anybody.
He asked Carlos Bernardes, can I go up and take a look before deciding? And Bernardes said, yes. You're serving, you're not delaying play because you have to play at the server's pace.
And really, when you are going to use that chase review, they want you to ask for it immediately. Now Murray quickly to 40 love.
Yeah, one of the strongest service games he's had. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of easy service games in this match. First 2 sets, it seemed like every Murray service game he was either getting broken or facing break point. You see that return from Haase. Murray's done a better job getting his first serve in, or at least his second serve is not quite as soft. That was 94 miles an hour. He was throwing in some second serves earlier that were around 80 miles an hour, and Haase was just teeing off on him.
I'm not sure if Murray just did anything to his foot or his ankle or toe or something, but he went down real quick and grabbed at his foot after that last point.
You know, you may be onto something, Mal, but I've seen Murray do that a lot. It's almost like that's one of his little things he does on the court a lot. He'll reach over and grab his foot. And maybe he keeps his ankles taped. Maybe that's a problem he always feels. But I've thought the same thing before, and I've never seen him get treated for it. Murray going right at Haase.
Yeah.
Trying to hit through the Dutchman. That's not a very wide target.
Haase completely out of court. Not a very good drop shot from Murray, and an equally poor drop shot from Haase.
And it just feels like Murray is in control right now. It's up a break, but playing way better than he was earlier.
That's the first time anyone has hit a clean winner off the drop shot. Get your opponent behind the baseline, backing up on their heels a little bit. Perfect execution from Murray.
And Murray now looking to break this set wide open.
Did you notice how after that return of serve, Murray moved in? He's kind of maybe even expecting that little drop shot because Haase went to the slice, moved inside the baseline before he hit that last backhand.
Just look at his face right now. He's so much more intense and focused than he did earlier in the set. Really seems, as you say, locked in. And then Haase just beside himself mentally. That pretty much guarantees us a fourth set the way this has been going on. Murray will serve for the set up 2 breaks. Andy Murray serving for the 4th set. He's down 2 sets to love. He's come back from that deficit 5 times in his career, trying to make it a 6th here at the U.S. Open. Did it earlier this year at the French Open in the round of 16 against Troitsky. Ended up winning that 7-5 in the 5th. And Haase just swinging for the fence there.
Well, I think he knows he's going to find himself in a 4th set in a moment.
Triple set point. A little more work to do here. Can't close it out from 40 love, 40-15. that'll do it. Andy Murray has won the third set in the process of trying to come back from 2 sets to love down and avoid a major upset here on the men's side. Murray will take a break, and Haase will see the trainer.
Four sets. Rolling Haase to serve. Begin.
Fourth set underway here. Robin Haase serving up 2 sets to 1 against Andy Murray. Murray winning that third set, trying to carry the momentum over into this fourth. He's not out of trouble. He's got to win this set.
And a long break between the second, or I should say the third and this fourth set. Not only was there the typical couple of minutes break in between sets, but Haase also took an injury timeout, a medical timeout.
Right.
Was having his right hamstring worked on. Then he turned on his side and was having, looked like right above his glutes on the right side, massaged a little bit.
Murray took a bathroom break. So everybody should be feeling good here.
Where's my shoulder massage?
I know.
It'll be interesting to see, because it surprised me a little bit, because I had no indication throughout the match that anything was wrong with Haase's hamstring. But then to take the medical timeout, it'll be interesting if that plays out or plays into this match at all.
Oh, Murray gets that right on the line. And remember, Murray broke earlier in the match when Haase was up 40 love. Now 40-30. He's up 40 love in this game. And Murray's back to deuce.
Interesting. You just mentioned a couple of occasions now, Haase up big on his own serve and not quite able to close it out.
I think Nadal started the trend, but these top guys, they play every point all out. That's a great response from Haase.
Getting up to this drop shot early, realizing he can take a good cut at it. Oftentimes a really good drop shot, you have to hit a reverse drop shot or a finesse shot. Not on that one. That's the way to get in. That is the shot that Murray has the ability to do time and time again. But he just has a comfort level with hitting those forehands, staying on the baseline, and working the point from there. I love to see him taking that forehand early like he did, coming in and putting that volley away.
It's so effective. Such an effective play for him because of how good he is off the ground.
Well, what it does, it gives you another option.
Yeah.
Just makes you a more versatile player, more complete player.
Well, Murray now has got break point. Haase led 40 love in this game. This would be the second time Murray was able to break from 40 love if he can convert him. Andy Murray has just broken Haase to start the 4th set. And it didn't look good after the first 3 points. He was down 40 love. I guess you want to stay away from being up 40 love if you're Robin Haase now. Here's the 3rd set stats.
And what stands out to me here, look at the winners to errors for both players. 13 unforced for Haase, only to his 5 winners, 8 and 3 for Murray. Murray broke a couple of times in that 3rd set. No breaks of serves for Haase in the 3rd.
Well, Murray starts this 4th set in control, a set he must win. He won't get that.
Nope, unless he's up in the stands.
But still, that's what Haase's having to do now, hit that extra shot.
You can see the fans' hands all going up trying to get a little souvenir, trying to catch the ball.
Almost felt like a 3D TV there. Catch that ball.
Again, did you notice how quickly that return of serve was back on Murray? Before he even gets out of his service motion and in his ready position, the ball's back on him. He's on his heels.
Haase's been in 2 more times than Murray in this match.
Well, I think it's fair to say, and we were questioning whether it was going to happen, was Murray going to go away after that 2-set to love deficit?
He looks ready now, fully engaged, but he has no more room for error.
It's amazing how he commits himself by getting up in the air. I don't typically recommend doing that. You have no leverage when you're up in the air.
I was going to ask you if that's really necessary, if it's just more of a stylistic type thing.
It might be a little of both, but I think what he's trying to do, expecting that ball to kick up high. And obviously you have more control, more power on a ball that's at your chest than a ball that's above your head. So he jumps up a little bit to get that ball at his chest level. I think style-wise, I think it looks cool.
Yeah, Safin used to do that.
Yeah.
Murray missed, and now Haase with break point. And I mean, no room for error. Cannot afford any loose games here. This would give the break right back to Haase. Expect a 5th set would favor Murray. It's very important for Haase here in this 4th. He's already seen the trainer. Doesn't want to go any deeper than he has to. And Murray with a huge serve.
Number 15. Great extension. Nice fluid motion.
That could come back to haunt him. Real no reason for missing that I could tell.
When those lobs go up like that, you got to keep your feet moving. You got to keep your feet shuffling. Sometimes there's the tendency in a tight moment, those feet get a little heavy and you don't move your feet.
Second break point here in this game for Haase. What a weak backhand there, yeah.
I mean, sometimes on shots like that, you can't help but just smile a little bit. Because you know, it's right down the middle of the court. You just don't center it on your racket and in the net badly.
I mean, you want to say he changed his mind or something there, give him an excuse. That was just a bad shot. And it erases a chance to break. Back to deuce.
We've seen that a few times today off the forehand side from Haase.
Yeah, he's become way more animated here.
He's really kicking himself right now.
Yeah, 2 break points.
That missed backhand, the forehand off the frame here.
Game point Murray.
There's a good look at that extreme Western grip that he holds on the forehand.
Well, Murray doesn't put him away. Back to deuce.
With that forehand, Haase has the ability to go either way, cross court or inside out.
It's becoming a pivotal game. Each man's had their chances. Just the second game of the set, but it could determine the course of this set. Murray could be off and running, or Haase could be right back in it.
Yeah. I heard you and the machine.
And it's called a let, and Murray says no way, but the umpire is bound by the machine, and though Carlos Bernardi said he even heard that one.
Well, that's right.
Yeah!
No way!
Look what I found. Haase had to come back across his body to hit that shot.
I like the play from Murray. He moves forward, just doesn't do enough. Look where the volley landed. The volley landed in the middle of the court. You got to get that ball closer to the sideline.
And Haase's giving himself a chance to break again. Third break point. A creative-looking forehand. Haase just cannot convert. 0 for 3 in this game as Murray stays alive, desperately trying to consolidate his break.
just inside the sideline from Haase, and Murray taking it up the line for the winner. Made it look a lot easier than it was.
So Murray's back to game point. He's had 3 chances to lose his serve in this game. And we'll see if that breaks the spirit of Robin Haase. He thought about breaking his racket there. Haase had 3 chances to break Murray, could not convert, so Murray stays in front by a break. Love 2.
And Sam, to use your word, how pivotal is that last game going to be? Opportunities for Murray to take the 2-0 lead, but for Haase to get back on serve.
Just 1 second, Robin. We lost 2 balls.
Yeah, that could be huge. Maybe a spirit breaker for Haase. See it. He can fight back. It's very early in this set. I was going to say, especially if Haase realizes that physically he may be suffering a little bit, we may see him just start ripping right now.
Well, I think this forehand and then this volley, I mean, that's a little frustration he's getting out.
That's exactly what he's doing. Could he hit it any harder?
Nope. He is completely off of the ground hitting those forehands. And I like the grunt, too. The extended grunt.
Little exclamation point there.
Oh, just playing with him.
Nice hands.
Yeah, if you're going to hit a drop shot on me and make me run, I'm going to do the same on you. He has the extreme Western grip, makes the adjustment with the grip. Hold it, hold it, hold it, flick it cross court. And you can see Murray moving back, thinking it might be a lob.
Yeah, and a flick is exactly what it was. Haase continues to struggle when he has a sizable lead on his serve, 40-30. Hasn't been able to put Murray away when he gets this lead. Second serve and a double fault. He was up 40-15. It's been broken twice when up 40 love. Up 40-15 here, and he's just brought Murray back into it at deuce. Just has not won the big points.
Fascinating to me.
It really is.
I mean, and you hit it right on the head right there. 2 separate games leading 40 love on your own serve, and you lose it here 40-15, and now you're down break point.
Now there's the break. I mean, Robin Haase is completely collapsing here. Murray has a commanding 2-break lead, and it looks like we are destined for a final set already. Now Andy Murray trying to undo the drama that has been built here when Haase led 2 sets to love. He's up 2 breaks now. That's a commanding 3-love lead.
And don't be surprised if Murray's able to run through these next couple of games. That forehand there from Haase was just a gimme.
Yeah, Haase is struggling a little bit physically. He may donate the rest of this set. throw it all in the 5th. U.S. Open, the only slam that plays a tiebreak to decide the final set, so you know you can only go so far. And there's Haase stretching. Making it look easy right now.
Yeah, and that was certainly an easy shot, but the first time we've seen Haase do that, and
chip and charge.
Like you meant, yeah, the chip and charge on the return. Couldn't tell, was he biting his racket there? But
no, that's a great way not to get a warning. Andy Murray has just taken a commanding 4-love lead in this 4th set. He's up 2 breaks. Robin Haase has been broken twice. In each of those games he was broken. He was up 40-love and then again at 40-15. And it's been a disastrous couple of sets for the Dutch player who started this match with so much promise.
And Sam, we got to comment on the last point in that last game. Murray hits the serve in, and Haase hit a backhand return into the stands as high up in the stadium as he could. Just out of sheer frustration. And it's falling apart for him, called a foot fault.
Murray's just taking him apart right now. Expect to be in a 5th set here very shortly. And we'll see if Haase can turn his fortunes around. Won the first 2 sets 7-6, 6-2. Very aggressive play. And Murray's locked in. Come storming back here after 2.5 hours.
Interesting to see. We're going to a 5th set. If Haase has the trainer come out, he's already taken 1 medical timeout between the 3rd and 4th sets. But in this 4th set, we haven't seen him hobbling around. I mean, we have no indication that he's ailing.
Yeah, he's just stretched a little bit. But he hasn't won a game since he saw the trainer. Missing shots like that. I mean, there's something wrong big time with Robin Haase right now, and it's mostly Andy Murray. Now Murray now 2 points away from a final set.
But if I'm Haase here, at this stage in the fourth set, lose this game so you can start out serving in the fifth set. I think that's a bit of an advantage. You know, assuming you're holding serve, you'll always be ahead. You're not constantly coming back, holding serve to even the match.
Yeah, Haase is serve first in the second, third, and fourth sets. And that'll do it. We'll head to a fifth set. Andy Murray is 1 set away from a 6th career comeback from 2 sets to love down. While Haase continues to get manipulated there by the trainer.
And he also did that, Murray did, right after the third set. When Haase had the trainer come out, Haase's down on the ground getting worked on. Murray's behind the baseline, just pacing back and forth like he is now, just waiting patiently.
So a final set will decide who moves on to the third round between Robin Haase and Andy Murray. Haase won the first 2 sets, 7-6, 6-2, but he's only won 2 games since then.
One of the things I'm going to be looking for in this fifth set is I'm going to be looking at the pace on Haase's serve. You know, oftentimes when you're having back issues, certainly a serve is going to put a lot of strain on your arm and shoulder, but when you're having back issues, it tremendously affects your serve. So I'm going to keep an eye on his pace of his first serve.
And I'm going to look at, hope that Haase doesn't get up 40 love in any game, because he can't seem to hold from there.
Oh, look at Murray.
Great scramble from Murray. There's Murray's camp. His mother's over there, his trainer Jez Green, physio Andy Eiler, and hitting partner Danny Velverdue.
He does such a good job, Murray does, getting up to those drop shots. And I credit his fitness for that. You know, if you think about it, when you're running at a drop shot, that's an all-out sprint from the baseline.
I've always thought the worst feeling in the world for a tennis player is to lose a match because physically you can't compete.
You know, when Murray, after 2.5 hours, when you have to sprint at those drop shots, I mean, that takes a lot out of your legs, but he's there on every single one of them.
Murray's just getting stronger and stronger. Haase appears to be getting weaker and weaker. Right away, break points for Murray.
Again, and I want to point out, Haase's fastest serve in this match, 128. In this set, 111. And that last serve, 109.
He's a little better.
So it appears as if, certainly in these first few points, whatever's ailing him, his back, his hamstring, whatever it is exactly, is affecting the pace on his first serve.
I mentioned, he's gotten thicker than last year, but obviously there's a lot of room to grow for Haase in the physical department. And Murray helping him out there. Murray failing to convert from 15-40 up. And Haase's got his own cheering section out there.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
That's how you execute forehand tennis. Keep pushing your opponent behind the baseline until you get the forehand.
Break point for Murray, his third of this game. And there's the break.
And there's the break of racket.
Haase's been wanting to chunk that racket for a long time. He finally lets it fly as he's just let his serve go.
He misses this shot. I think he might be going to his bag for another racket.
Here's a look back at the fourth set stats. Very much in Murray's favor.
All those unforced errors from Haase, but more the biggest stat there, 3 of 4 on break points, 1 for Murray. And now on a roll.
And Murray up a break here to start the fifth.
Last time Haase won a game early in the third set.
Yeah. He held at 1-3 in that third set to get to 2-3. And that was it.
So 10 games in a row for Murray. Faked him out.
Yeah, very deceptive shot there. He faked me out.
Cocks back like he's about to hit his regular forehand. He's about to rip it, fakes the drop shot, punches it long or deep into the court.
And you really got to respect Andy Murray and the way he's come back in this match. And Haase really had him on the ropes after those first 2 sets. Murray was very frustrated. We were wondering if he'd pack it in mentally. He knows physically he's so strong. And a love hold for Murray to consolidate that break. And it's a quick 2-love lead for Murray.
Sam, you make a great point there, and when you talk about the mental side and whether or not he was going to hang in there mentally, and we know he can hang in there physically. When you're physically fit, that is going to help your mental side of your game. Because when you're physically fit, you know you can last out there. You know you can run down that last shot. But when your body is fatigued, then you start getting mentally fatigued, doing things you don't typically do.
And you could see that from Haase. I mean, he's visibly become weaker as this match has progressed. He does not want to donate any points.
Oh, and he just misses it. But what a job from Murray. See, that right there is an indication to me that this guy is in supreme condition. After over 2.5 hours, you have the legs to run and get that ball and then get back there and run around the lob to hit that.
Yeah, I think Murray's built to go a couple of more hours, but he's so pumped up right now. He's made some bad errors in this game, and Haase's been given a 40-15 lead. Got to temper that emotion and that adrenaline flowing through him right now. to just wait Haase out. He's going to get the error.
Haase appears to be trying to keep the points a little bit shorter. Look where he's standing on that serve. Look at Murray!
Oh! Andy Murray never giving up.
Remember what we were saying a moment ago about supreme conditioning? This is what it does for you. Do you know how many guys out on tour would be trying to conserve themselves deep into a fifth set? Not Andy Murray.
I was waiting for him to go around the stands high-fiving everyone after that. That was very Connors-like. What a point.
And now, what appears to be an ace from Haase.
Yeah.
Murray challenging.
Down to the chase review on this serve. It was called good. And it was good. So Haase calmly steps up and answers that electrifying previous point with an ace. It's game point, Haase.
Desperation. And look at this guy. After those last 3 points, it looks like he's barely breathing.
That's one of the best points I've seen this year. It was an amazing effort from Murray. Second serve. Fans starting to get a little too boisterous. Yeah! Take that! Oh.
Now that's the first indication, other than when the trainer was out there, that he's ailing in his lower back.
But how about this effort?
Nice drop shot from Murray. He gets to it, and he just doesn't get this ball up high enough.
He says, "You're not going to toy with me."
Haase taking a couple extra seconds.
Oh, he missed it. Well, the intensity definitely picking up here in this game.
And for Haase, it has to. He cannot afford to go down 2 breaks of serve in a fifth set to this man.
Pulling for the underdog here in Armstrong, but Murray keeps pouring it on. Back to break point.
And so much effort from Haase to just win a single point. Right now, Murray playing pretty darn clean.
Murray with a 2-break lead in the fifth. As he continues to subdue Robin Haase.
Here's another advantage to being in great shape. Not only do you know you can last, and you know how your legs feel, and you can just run at that extra drop shot or that lob. You know what? When you're in great condition, the other players on the tour know it. And that's an advantage you have walking out onto the court.
Murray up 3 love here in this final set. Trying to get to the third round. And it did not look like it was going to be easy a couple hours ago. But he's really tamed Robin Haase.
Wow. How about this service game?
Quick 40 love. It's 20 aces now for Murray in this match. 4 already here in the 5th. Wow. Continues
A
to
game
crush
of
it.
aces.
Yeah. Game of aces for Murray.
You don't see that very often.
No.
A guy throwing down 4. You hit 4 shots, you win the game.
And it wasn't that Haase was just letting him go by. Reminder to go to usopen.org. You can see the stats for this match right now, as well as check all the completed matches of the day.
You know, you hear Murray saying, come on there, and you see him pumping his fist. It's not easy playing against a guy who's ailing a little bit, and he starts just hitting out and ripping shots. So important to keep your concentration, keep your game, not focus on the injury, focus on your game plan.
Yeah, last thing Murray wants to do now is just assume he's got this wrapped up. Good serve there by Haase, 30-15. Haase's just not been able to close Murray out in several games where he's had a big lead. And Haase, another big lead on his serve. Let's see if he can finish this off. Haase's on the board. That stops the Murray win streak. But Murray is way out front here in the final set. Well, the U.S. Open has produced a record number of retirements or players pulling out so far through the first week. We had 15 as of the end of yesterday. Illness and injury.
Oh.
Does Haase have it in him?
Well, this is where I think you have the opportunity to draw on the energy of the crowd. You can tell moving a little stiff up to that, and just a flick of the wrist on the overhead. In that last service game, where he served 4 consecutive aces.
He's had 21 in this match. Haase all of a sudden showing some renewed energy here.
That is the danger. It's kind of like a wounded dog, can be very, very dangerous. And here he's wounded a little bit, has his back issues. So what is he doing? He's just taking massive swings at the ball, and now he has 15-30.
Murray does have the 2-break cushion here.
I wonder if Murray did that just to see which way Haase was moving. Looked like he was going to move to his left a little. Oh!
Wow.
And he badly misses the serve.
It definitely threw him out of his rhythm, whatever it is that caused him to stop. And right now, Haase with a chance to get one of those 2 breaks back.
He overran it. Had no other option but try to go behind the back.
Creativity here from Haase. See how close he was to pulling it off. Saw Monfils make a shot like that earlier in the week against Ferrero. Still break point for Haase. And he's got it. Haase has gotten one of the 2 breaks back, and I think he's drawing some energy from the support he's getting from this crowd. He just pointed up to the people that were chanting his name, and he's trying to give them something really to cheer about here as Murray all of a sudden has to put on hold thoughts of winning this match.
Well, for so long, this match was coming easy to Murray. 13 consecutive games he won. Going back to the middle of the, or early I should say, early 3rd set.
Now Haase on a 2-game win streak.
Oh, look at that.
Denny held that ball to the last moment.
I really enjoy watching this guy hit it, but moves his feet up, takes it right at shoulder, maybe head high. Like that backhand.
There you go. Finally got a net cord to go over the net.
Right off the top of the net. Good fortune there.
He's had so many of those go against him in this match.
Yep, been on the short end of several. Getting a little more pace on that first serve now.
Got it, yes.
Called in.
Right off the line. Murray's going to challenge, but I don't think even Andy Murray believes that was out. What a nice, what do you call that, slice volley? That was unbelievable.
Right on the line.
He could not have walked it over there any better.
Amazing what a little adrenaline and a boisterous crowd can do for a player. That's what Haase is running on right now.
And Haase holds. He's got a lot going for him right now, but he's still down a break in this final set. Haase not sitting down on this changeover. Been on court now over 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 minutes. See that on your screen?
Right. You know, when we really haven't gotten word on exactly what that back issue is. Here's that volley again. Not the best form in the world, but look at the reaction. Yeah, he's fired up, baby.
He goes with the English, come on. Haase from the Netherlands. It's been embraced by this crowd here in Armstrong. Andy Murray, the favorite, playing the role of villain a little bit here. They're trying to polish this off. Murray was up 2 breaks, 4 love, and Haase's won 3 straight games.
And Haase did not sit down at all on that change of ends. Probably trying to give a little relief to his lower back.
Haase is inspired right now. And he could have ended Andy Murray's tournament if he had nailed him with this shot.
Yes, he could have. I don't think Murray actually got to this last ball. This one right here, he may have. I don't think he did. But nonetheless, Haase won the point. Love 15.
That was dangerous.
Remember what we said just a few minutes ago about a wounded animal?
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
And he's getting so much lift from the crowd, too.
Haase trying to get in.
And he does.
So what he's trying to do, he's being patient from the baseline when he has to, but he's pressing to make the points a little bit shorter, and it's working out perfectly for him.
Well, what do you think Murray needs to do to combat this?
Interestingly, Murray hasn't been missing shots. I mean, Haase is just hitting winner after winner after winner.
Thank you.
Needs a first serve here, as he's on the verge of losing a 2-break lead here in the 5th. Look where Haase is playing from, trying to play tight to the baseline.
Can you believe this? Triple break point as Murray commits the error off the backhand. It looked like a formality. Murray would be in the locker room by now. He was up 4-love.
4-love, having won 13 consecutive games.
And the gutsy Robin Haase could be right back on serve here.
Nice. Good ball.
Murray saves one. Make that point to perfection.
Didn't give Haase a chance to hit a short forehand and get into the net. Murray playing a little bit deeper there and playing in control of that point.
Continuing to try to spur Haase on here. You gotta love the way Murray is still locked in here, blocking everything out and trying to manage his game.
Yep, he has to. He knows there's a contingent in this crowd right now that is pulling for Haase. Block that out. Good point, last 2 points. Nicely constructed. Needs another first serve.
Haase, down to his last break point, converts.
The second serve lands kind of in the middle of the box, but a little bit more to the backhand side of Haase. And as we've seen throughout this match, he takes it early. As he serves with new balls, he takes it early for the winner. You know, and this is one of the more difficult things about tennis than a lot of sports. The player can't let the clock run out.
No.
He has to finish the match.
You know when you're going to start a match, but you never know when it's going to end. What was that?
Wow.
You think the back prevented him from just hitting an overhead?
Possibly, but on a high ball like that, your decision is to let it fall and hit a forehand swinging volley? Why not let that ball bounce back up, hit the overhead?
Thank you.
You could tell he had the grip to hit the overhead and changed his mind.
Switch the grip. But he comes right back and wins the following point.
But you can tell Haase is trying to make these points even quicker. Trying to shorten them up.
It's the kind of shot that you fall asleep thinking about if you lose this match, if that was at a crucial stage.
And right now, every single point is crucial.
It certainly is. Andy Murray now putting himself in position to break, which would give him the chance to serve this out. And Murray's been very solid on break point, 9 of 15.
Thank you. Thank you.
He misses it, and Murray will serve for the match. And this is a guy who's been to 3 Grand Slam finals, including this one. He's faced a lot of moments like this. This would be his 6th comeback from 2 sets to love down.
Thank you.
The crowd's been against him here in the 5th, and Murray's hung tough and now has the chance to serve it out.
But those last 4 games, or those 4 games that Haase rolled off, that was more about what Haase was doing and less about the mistakes Murray was making. Sometimes you just got to applaud your opponent. Like that one, you just got to say too good.
Well, you know, anything short, Haase's going to crush, win or lose.
You're right. Haase is not trying to see how long he can make these points. If he gets the opportunity, he's going to take it. He's going to go down swinging.
Double fault from Murray, love 30. Drama continues. The unpredictability of this final set. It's the 8th double fault of the match for Murray.
Thank you.
Good first serve there. That's the one that Haase struggled with, where Murray kicks it out wide.
And when you stand so far back, like Haase does, you're susceptible to the wide serve. Look how far back he's standing here.
Got it. Murray rips the backhand winner. And his 2 points from the match.
You know, there was 1 or 2 forehands in that point where I thought Haase was going to take advantage, but look at Murray shuffle those feet and get up to him right inside the baseline, right inside the sideline.
I mean, is that big time or what?
Thank you.
Come up with that shot in that moment, in that part of the court.
There's your approach.
No!
And he can't help but laugh.
The net court again cursed.
You know,
for
early,
Haase.
you know when I was talking about I think it evens out over the course of the match?
I think you're wrong in this case.
In this match, I am completely wrong. And again, the net court goes against it.
And it gives Andy Murray match point.
Thank you. Thank you.
Remember, he double faulted a couple of points ago on this side of the court.
Overhit it. He was going for the knockout at match point.
He did such a good job, Murray did, staying in that point, playing good defense, and then he pushes the ball deep into the court, gets his forehand here, and pushes it long, and then the agony.
So one match point comes and goes for Murray. Deuce.
Thank you.
Yeah! Haase will not go away.
Amazingly, when you think Haase's down and out of it at 4-0, he comes back, and it's the best tennis we've seen in this match.
What an amazing backhand there.
Thank you.
And then it was a formality. What's this reaction? Break point for Haase to keep this fifth set going.
See if Haase tries to attack the second. Oh, and he does. He tries to attack it, and that play has been successful in this match so far, but he dumps it in the net.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him there. I mean, he's been very successful with that play. So we've had a match point and a break point.
Thank you.
Back to deuce.
Oh, look at Andy Murray. When's the last time we saw that?
The serve and volley at deuce in the fifth set.
A little surprise, an element of surprise. He knows, and I'll tell you exactly why he did that. Every time he's been going wide to the forehand on the deuce, Haase doesn't hit the big forehand. He goes with the little chip forehand. He knows it's going to float. He gambles, and it paid off for him.
A second match point for Murray. Well, it is called out. Of course, Haase's going to challenge it. Murray is looking at that line as if he's not sure either. the biggest challenge of the match. It could determine the whole thing. We'll keep playing. It's good.
How about that?
Match point will be replayed.
So Haase's walking up to the net thinking he might have to shake hands. Murray's walking back to get his towel because he thinks it's probably in.
Thank you, please. Thank you.
Wait a second, they've given the point to Haase, so it's deuce. It's not match point again. Apparently Carlos Bernardi's feeling like Murray did not have a play on that.
Correct. He did not.
But it doesn't matter. Murray hanging tough. He is so tough. Such mental fortitude in this match. And he's back to match point.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, he had Haase leaning
Yeah,
to
he
his
did.
left.
Now it's over. Yeah, standing ovation for this one. For a sixth time in his career, Andy Murray has come from 2 sets to love down and defeats Robin Haase. And now it's official. So the major upset is avoided. Andy Murray moves on.
What an effort from both of these guys. After losing 13 consecutive games starting in mid-third set, this guy right here, Robin Haase, rolls off 4 games in a row to tie this match at 4-all in the 5th set. But in the end, the number 4 seed comes through and gets a great ovation, Robin Haase does. That's the kind of tennis we want to see from him. Tournament in and tournament out.
What a fun match to be part of. Yeah, Robin Haase having a career year, even threatening the big boys. And challenged it just for the sake of knowing, but Andy Murray knew. And, what a moment of relief for Andy Murray to be still alive here at the U.S. Open when it looked like he was on his way out. So Murray hangs on and wins. He'll move on into the 3rd round now. Last year's runner-up